Guys, so $250,000 really? I mean, wow. About a week ago, I showed you guys a brand new game called Day of Dragons, and you guys obviously wanted to support the game because when that video was published 5 days ago, they jumped from $50,000 Canadian to $250,000 in funding. Their Kickstarter goal sold out so fast, they had to add new pledges, and now those new pledges are either they're completely sold out or there's just barely a couple remaining. They added like a dark elemental and bioluminescent dragon combo and stuff, and the white dragon was added. Like a bunch of stuff was put in, and everything is sold out. I think they need to add some more tiers because clearly, since the game's happening now, you guys want this, and oh man, I don't even know where to start. Since that video was uploaded, thousands of you, tens of thousands of you have been checking out the game and looking around and just trying to make yourself at home in their Discord server or just looking around and finding out more about the game. Now today I have a Q&A for you with the creator of this game and the guy who's going to be doing a lot of the work and some of the other developers as well. However, I do want to make a note that Humble Bundle and a bunch of other big time platforms have been trying to contact High Ground, the main creator of this game. I think his name on Discord is Jow. They've been trying to just connect with them, and server hosts and stuff are trying to sponsor the game. Everything is falling into place to make one of the greatest open world survival dragon games of all time. Before we jump into the question and answer with some pretty cool stuff, I do want to show you the update that they had because they updated the game. Now I know it's placeholders and stuff, but I still want to show you. So we're going to make our way to the frozen redwood biome. So we're in a very familiar place. This is the redwood biome I had shown you in a previous video. Now they've updated this biome, but keep in mind, just so you know, everything is still a placeholder because they have a lot of extravagant things they want to do with this game. The redwood biome has been frozen. They've added snow effects, and you can actually see it's snowing in game now as well, but it's not a dynamic effect. It is just a static effect that's happening constantly. They can make it dynamic. They can do many different things with it, but I just want to take a moment and appreciate just how gorgeous they made everything look in such a short amount of time. Everything from the cave to the trees to everything just looks super nice, and the ice looks really good too. And being inside the cave, I love how you can see just it adds a mood, it adds an atmosphere to the game that I rarely see in many games. Not many games that I see coming out in early access have this kind of atmosphere where you see the mosses hanging down and all the nastiness, and everything just looks good. And for a placeholder, I mean, I would almost argue it looks too good. Now you guys take a moment to look around and admire all of the stuff that's here. They've added some nice ice too, and I like how the water is flowing in, under, and over the ice as well. Super nice addition, because I don't want to see just frozen ice on a river, obviously. You want to see some parts of ice that are broken through and water going over it. That's a lot more realistic in my opinion. Anyways, I have a dev Q&A for you guys to listen to learn more about the game. I'm gonna go one-on-one with Jow real quick. Now keep in mind, Jow is a very busy guy now. He's been super busy and getting very little sleep because he's been constantly talking to new developer hirees and just a ton of stuff. Okay, there's a lot of stuff. You get 3 hours of sleep for every night for a week. I mean, you're gonna sound tired. So he sounds very worn out and exhausted. I don't want to bug him too much for this stuff, but regardless, this is the dev Q&A that I have for you so you can learn a little bit more about the game and everything to follow. And yes, the redwood is looking beautiful. I also like how the snow is collected on the bottoms of the tree as well. It's super cool that they were able to do this and add all of this in after the fact with the redwoods being here. And just a little bit of information for you, as I'm sure you're gonna be really happy about this. At least I hope you will be. So I have a connection with the old sound designer of Subnautica. His name is Simon, and he's an award-winning sound designer who basically made all of the sounds for Subnautica, for the creatures and all of that. I always say that sounds can really make the game, and Simon has agreed to make the sounds for this game. I'm hoping I get something soon to show you guys, or at least let you listen to, because Simon does some really good work. If you've been following my Nicta Tyrannus, which he has completely made the sounds for, you'll understand entirely. But anyways, let's move into what I wanted to talk about. All right, guys, so enough of those shenanigans. I've got some stuff to show you directly from J.O., the creator of Day of Dragons, also known as High Ground in my DMs currently. But anyways, we've got some placeholders here, but regardless, dragons and wyverns. I know, I've seen your comments about it. Now, you can join their Discord down below in the comments section if you want to check out the game yourself. Check out the Kickstarter. I think everything's sold out. I'm sure at some point they might add something new for you guys, because like the bioluminescent thing, I think, sold out. And oh god, you guys are going crazy. Anyways, let's take a look at these previews, more or less, for the placeholders of the wyverns, I think. Do you want to iterate some on these and what these are?
Yeah, these are this is just like a map that has like all the animations for all the different creatures all laid out, so that, you know, I can quickly reference the different animations of different creatures. So when I'm, you know, doing like the movement modes or the flight modes, I can look at the animations and see what I have to blend, or, you know, what should transition into what, and which animation does what. So this is like a demo map, and the little man here, that's a little Unreal man, and I use him for scale just to see. So this is like the scale of the current wyvern in the game, compared to a, you know, 2 meter tall human. And there's no humans in our game. I just use them for scale. So, and this is the wyvern that everybody sees in our game here, and close up, and he's in the idle animation right now. And then people have been asking about, you call it Day of Dragons, but there's only wyverns in the game. Well, no, we have some other dragons coming. These are the other two placeholder models. This is a dragon. You'll notice that it looks a lot like the dragon in our our splash image for the game. But this is a dragon. They all have different skins and different colors. And then this is another dragon, you know, 4-legged dragon here. And these are all placeholders. They'll all be available in early access and at some point in beta, maybe before beta. Not 100% sure on that. But they will definitely be in during beta. I just don't know what point of beta they'll be coming in. So, and then, you know, we got there's Pookie, that everybody knows. There's our Elemental, which is a marketplace placeholder, but he's gonna be our Elemental until we get some new Elementals coming in.
God, that thing is huge.
He's a big guy, and you can kind of see all the dragons off in the distance. They're all in their animations, and different stuff's being animated there, so for reference. But then here's dragon food. We got some dragon food over here.
So they'll eat these. They'll kill these things and eat the meat. This is how they survive.
Yes, this will be AI in the game, and for now, until we get more creatures in. But we got this dino thing here. It spits acid, and we got a leech here, and this is something that you'll find underwater. Some kind of squid thing.
Now these are placeholders too, right?
Right. And then you know, some big bugs. I don't know. Are these dragonflies? I don't know.
So then, like, these dragons right now, I mean, these are basically the stock size. And obviously the importance of having placeholders is so you can rig and animate everything and make sure everything's working fine, so you can transfer it to the custom dragons that you have currently being made, and the wyverns and stuff like that. But that's the importance of having placeholders right now. And as far as the dragons go and their comparison to humans, I mean, how big is the biggest dragon gonna be? Because I would hope that these are on the smaller side, or on the smaller end of the scale. I mean, how big are the biggest dragons gonna be? Like the biggest, most badass dragon, like that guy right there, that's about as big as you can get, just a colossal beast that'll like sneeze and kill a human?
Yeah, this dragon here, he's set to the scale of him is you know, beyond growth system. So like you know, he's a max alpha wyvern. And this type of dragon, they don't stop growing. Well, I mean, there is a cap, but lore-wise, they never stop growing. So he got really big compared to that adult over
my
there.
God.
So
a wyvern versus a dragon, they can both grow to their alpha stage or an elder stage or whatever. But a wyvern versus a dragon in size, are they going to be the same size at max cap, or will the dragon that's on 4 legs have the ability to grow bigger in size?
It just depends on the species. Some species are going to grow larger. Others are just and become more powerful. Others are going to just become more powerful damage-wise. Like this guy here, he's not going when he, and he's a placeholder, but in the current game, the way I have it right now, this species of dragon, when he goes to his alpha or elder stage and his journey to become an alpha dragon, he will unlock new abilities and the strength of he shoots plasma, so he'll be able to shoot. His attacks will become more powerful.
So then, I know a lot of people gravitate, like in dinosaur games, they gravitate to the T-Rex because it's the biggest and seen as the best. But I mean, if you want to go for the biggest and strongest dragon, I mean, it's not the best. It's not the best choice in all scenarios. I mean, sometimes the little guy, like the one that you just showed at his elder stage, he'd be the best option for certain things, right? And like, it's not going to be everyone's going to want to be just the biggest, hulking beast possible. Even the little guy or the mid-size dragon, they can also be fearsome and have their own unique abilities and take on creatures bigger than them and be just as engaging as the larger creatures and just as people will be just as driven to grow these smaller dragons, right?
Right. Yeah. Size isn't going to be the determining factor in power. Size is going to play a role, but bigger dragons are also going to be easier to hit for the ones that have like a single target ranged attack. Like this guy shoots plasma, so you're going to have a little dot crosshair, and when you fire the plasma balls, you aim them at something, you have to actually hit them to do damage, and they do very high single target damage. Now this guy here, he breathes fire, so it's more of a not so much an aim, but anything in the cone of fire is going to take damage and burn over time. So he has a dot, a damage dot, and it's more of a medium damage, but a cone, so you can hit multiple targets. So single target damage, multiple target damage, high damage, medium damage. So it balances out.
See, I could see the little guy on the left. I feel like he'd have the ability to dash around. He'd be really agile in the air, whereas the big dragons would be hulking and kind of, I don't know, lumbersome and stuff in the air and not really as agile. I also imagine this guy like having some special ability that, since he's small, he can turn invisible, or I don't know, maybe he has like a special ability underwater or something if he lands in water.
Yeah, he's very fast. He has low health, but he can turn invisible. This guy right here.
Oh, wow. All right, so it's pretty cool that they're going to have special abilities, but like the medium-sized one, the red guy, and even the big guy right there to the right. Actually, that one's a female with the horn structure. Don't know if people understand that yet from the 3 times I mentioned it in my video, but the big guy, does he have any, big girl, does she have any special abilities or anything like that? Yeah,
the plan for the wyvern here, she can set herself on fire. So
wait, what?
If you try to bite her, yeah, you'll be able to set yourself on fire. And if you try biting her, you'll take you will catch on fire just by so it's like a melee defense, where somebody tries biting you or hitting you with their tail, they'll get a fire dot put on them.
I mean, would that hurt her though, or is she completely immune to her own fire?
She would be immune to her own fire. Even if she's not like 100% immune to fire, but she would be immune to her own. But these have very high fire resistance. It bases out at 90% and can cap at 100%.
Wow, that's actually really cool. That's really unique. That's kind of scary, actually, thinking about it, catching yourself on fire. I mean, would that fire also be dynamic lighting then in the world if you enter a dark cave or something and you just catch yourself on fire and it's just, hey, I can see everything now and everything can see me because I'm a beacon?
Yeah, that's the plan. I have to tweak it. It does produce light, but probably not as much as it should. But I have been testing it. But yeah, the plan is definitely to light up a dark place like a, like a flashlight
So
or a lamp or whatever.
is it true you have plans to add a healing dragon or like some kind of dragon that can heal nearby injured dragons if you're in a party with them and stuff? Is that true?
Well, they're calling it a healing dragon, but actually what it will do is, if you are in a group with a healing dragon, and you and that dragon are both resting, it will drastically increase your health regeneration. So you have to both be in the same group, and you have to both be resting close to each other. So like if all your group members could go lay down right next to the healing dragon, and they would all get the buff, the health regen.
And then
buff.
the food over there, I mean, if you have a baby dragon that is orphaned, for instance, I mean, I would imagine one of the small dragonflies or whatever you want to call those, I mean, I guess it would hunt those rather than going for the giant thing that spits acid, right?
Right. So yeah, gotta have baby food right now. Babies eat bugs, and these things don't have any attacks. They just swim in the water, so you could kill those too. But yeah, babies need food, so we got some food here. And like I said, these are all placeholder creatures, and we want to get these all replaced at some point, which we can do now thanks to all the funding.
You guys are fast approaching $250,000, and I have a feeling your Kickstarter is going to go up to about $300,000, and that's where it's going to stay. And then you guys are coming out on Steam in like November sometime, which is going to be amazing too. And I know what the sandworm, deathworm, crazy pooky thing that you have on the left there. You're replacing that too, right? Because like there's been rumors going around, and people are like, yeah, it's being replaced, but I don't know what it's being replaced with. I have no idea what's happening with that. Can you fill us in on that? And like the elemental?
It is definitely going to be replaced with a even cooler looking deathworm.
Is there a bonus to fighting it? Because I know elementals, like I think you get their power or something. So the guy on the right, you kill him, you get some kind of power or like some kind of bonus or something. But what about a deathworm? What's the point of killing a deathworm? What does that give you?
Well, the deathworms are alpha class creatures, so you need a group or you need to be an alpha to take them on. There's going to be a good reason to kill anything that's an alpha class in this game. So people will want to hunt down, kill alpha creatures. Not going to say what, but yeah, I like boss fights, so people have to have a reason to hunt bosses, not just for meat. So yes, that's part of the end game mechanic is finding and hunting and killing alpha level creatures.
Can I get a close up of the human compared to the elemental? Like that elemental is to scale when you have the actual elemental modeled and stuff, right? Or is the elemental going to be even bigger?
That's about his scale right there.
That thing's huge. But there will be no humans, no human-like creatures in the game at all. This is strictly you are a dragon, or I think it mentioned you might be able to play as an elemental or something on the Kickstarter. Maybe I read it wrong. Can you iterate a bit on that?
Yeah, you can. You have to unlock them in the game, and what it'll do is it'll give you when your dragon dies and you go to the creature selection menu, you'll find out that hey, I can select an elemental. How did I unlock him? I have no idea, but he's there. I'm going to play him. And then if you lose him, if he dies, then he's not going to be, you have to unlock him again. So it's like he's got one life. And you can only have one unlocked at a time, so I can't just keep unlocking 2 lives, 3 lives, 4 lives. So one life will sit there. And then when he dies, you're going to have to unlock him again. The thing is, most people won't know how they unlocked him in the first place. But they'll figure it out eventually, I'm sure.
All right, so that is pretty well everything I have to show you on Day of Dragons, their placeholders, and what they have for the future. They're getting so much money right now, guys. Like, it's crazy. They're going to do everything that they want to do, and hopefully more. And I really hope the game succeeds, because the world needs an open world dragon survival game like this. Like, we need this. Anyways, guys, you can check out the Kickstarter down below in the comments section of this video, or join their Discord server and keep up to date with all of the news from the developers of the game and myself as well. If you pledge for hatchling or above, you will actually receive the stretch goal rewards that are available at 20,000, 30,000, so on and so forth. I'm sure you get the idea, but you can read the Kickstarter for that. And if they have anything left, I think they might be completely sold out, but I'm publishing of this video, they may have some new rewards there too that you can purchase, because, well, once Kickstarter's over, that's it. You can never get any of these rewards again. There will be no way to get them. I don't even know if I'll be able to get them, because I arrived late and I didn't even pay any money. So I don't even know. And I'm a content creator. So you guys, you should jump on this while you can, because the game's going to be big. At least I think it's going to be big. That's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for checking it out. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, well, leave a like on it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Thank you so much, Jo, for taking time with me to talk about the game and show me some exclusive stuff, because I'm sure it's pretty wild for you right now. You're getting like no sleep. You're constantly doing stuff. You've got brand deals. You've got companies contacting you. The big wigs are trying to get their hands in on this project now. Things are really blowing up.
Yes, and as I've told some people that have had some concerns about that, we do not plan on doing any exclusive deals with anybody. So the game's going to be published on Steam, and anybody with a Steam account will be able to buy it. We don't plan on selling the game, the rights to the game, to anybody. This is my baby. I want to see it through to the end. So yes, that's just for those out there that were worried that with all the money and hype that we might sell out like some other studios have done. So no plans on that.
Well, you heard it. They're not going to sell out, which is pretty good, and I'm happy to hear that. And the transparency is going to go a long way. And I'm off the record now. I'm actually editing this and doing my own thing. But let me know your thoughts down below, guys. I want to know what you think about Day of Dragons and their ideas. I'm on the fence about the whole human thing, actually. I don't think I'd mind seeing humans in this game, but I don't want to have creative influence like that either. I think it's going to be a good game either way. I think it's going to be really good either way. All right, I will see you in the next one.